the Obama administration tried to demonize us for protecting ranching families being beheaded by the cartels, being murdered by the cartels.
How many
Where
children
we in that prior patch?
down there?
What's that?
How many children do you have down there?
None.
Good. I think that point needs to be emphasized.
Well, there's
a lot of people are using the situation on the Mexican border to augment their prejudice against all Mexicans because they're simply coming across the border to find work. And that needs to be very clear that we're not talking about those people.
Right.
We're talking about the actual criminal, violent criminal people. And that needs to be specifically brought out.
I agree. Hey, my family, on mom's side of the family, we're Mexicans from Mexico. I'm a quarter Mexican. I grew up with my grandparents still, my uncles, still picking grapes. They're migrant farm workers. They came across legally a long time ago. So no, it's not about race, it's about preserving my country. And when it comes to the border down there, it's about protecting my fellow Americans against an invasion. And it's not. When you go watch the interview with Rusty down at the rancher, he talks about, and his neighbor Fernando, who's a Mexican American, they're like, how many kids have you seen? One out of like the last 3 months. What else do you see? Mostly, great majority, adult males, military age males. 15 to 35 is what's coming through there. And so yeah, it's not about race, it's about protecting them against the cartel in solidarity with the people of Mexico who are doing the same damn thing. They're rising up together to stop the cartels taking over ranches on their side of the border. We would do it on our side too. Together. Let the people of both nations come together and kick the butt of the cartels, run them out of business, and then we can turn around and do the exact same thing with the politicians that are violating our constitutional law. And this is why the Mexican government fears the community police. They understand what that means for them down the road. When they organize and have the cojones to stand up and defend themselves against the cartels, they are going to pretty quickly turn around and go, wait a minute. What about those murdering, stealing, robbing sacks of crap there in Mexico City? Just like we would do the same thing here. That's why they don't want you to organize. They would love to see chaos, they love to see weakness. They want to divide us along racial lines, economic lines, socioeconomic. They want to divide us as much as possible. So we do need to be mindful of that strategy. They do want to divide us along racial lines and get you to hate. They want all the whites to hate all the Mexicans, all the blacks to hate all the Mexicans and the whites. They want you all to hate each other and fight each other. They do want that. So you have to guard against that. But the way to do it is to be consistent in your defense of rights. So we sent a letter to the governor of Missouri saying, hey, look, what you're doing down there in Ferguson is wrong. Go after the actual looters. Don't punish people who just want to protest. It doesn't matter whether you agree with them or not. They have a right to protest. Curfews are a violation of your right of free speech and assembly. Go after the actual bad guys. And that letter's on our website. Go check it out. So anyway, just be consistent, but do not be afraid to come together in community defense. Do not be afraid to train. You have to train. If you're not trained, you're a liability not just to yourself, but to your buddy. Learn small unit tactics. I want every American to know the basics of fire team maneuver, shoot, move, and communicate. So I'll be teaching tomorrow some basic fire maneuver and some patrolling. We'll be doing that all day tomorrow. And as I said earlier about Brian, it'll be bolts out. We just want to do that, we can bolt, we'll carry out. That way, if you're a new shooter, doesn't matter, make sure everyone's safe. You inspect his rifle, he inspects yours, we're all good. I can show you a lot of good stuff that you're going to need, and then you can go and learn, you can go and hit up some of our firearm instructors. And if you don't have the capacity to bring your gun like you should be able to, you can fill those gaps. But I want to at least get you used to the idea of going out in the woods. You live in a rainforest, folks. Oregon is like a jungle. It's like Vietnam out there. It really is. It's thick. It's thicker than I'm in some pretty thick stuff in Montana. I'm lucky to get 50-yard shots on deer. You guys are really thick. It's thick here. You need to know how to move through that stuff. Hey, right now the cartels, their guys moving through it. Down in Grants Pass, they're telling me about a couple of cartel guys. They found their log or their diary how they had seen a couple of hikers, a man and a woman, in their sights, watching them, decided not to shoot him, but they had thought seriously about killing the man, taking the woman, making her sights live for a while, and then killing her too. That was in their diary. The guys are up there right now in the hills of Oregon guarding the plot that the marijuana grows. So you already have an insurgency in a sense. So you need to learn how to deal with that, how to move around that stuff. And I really recommend that you seriously consider learning how to track too. We have a border patrol agent down there, a retired border patrol, who was also a civilian scout in Rhodesia, who's going to help us organize these teams when we go down there. And he said one of the most important skills is guys who can read sign, who can see and know and decipher footprints and other sign that they find, so you can find where they're coming through. That's critical. That's how the Civilian Scouts beat the terrorists over there in Rhodesia. They lost in the end for politics, but they were very effective. They only lost like 40 men out of the entire unit, the entire time they were operating, and they were responsible for at least 2/3 of the kills of the terrorists, because they were trackers. They would track them down and find them. So, work on those skills. We have guys inside the OathKeeper chapter here in Oregon who have those skills. We have others who are retired SF, retired Rangers, retired Marine Infantry. They are willing to teach you. Just don't be afraid to learn. Let the bad guys say what they want to say about you training like that. Who cares? They don't want you to do it. Do what they don't want you to do. Like I like to say, every morning I get up and think about, what does Mark Potok, or something called the Law Center, not want me to do today? And then I go do it. See, he doesn't want me to form a neighborhood watch. We've got to work on that. He doesn't want me to go teach average Americans, like country boys in Montana, how to move, shoot, communicate. Oh, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that today. So do it. All right, thank you, folks.